Hello everyone, this is going to be the video talking about the protocol for the depth drop or landing lab that we will be doing this week. So a couple things to say. This lab in the past was mostly referred to as the depth jump lab, and it assessed multiple ways and risk factors in which basically you would be put at risk of increasing knee injuries. So we're talking about your ratio between your hamstrings and your quads, just poor landing mechanics in general, some genetic and just predisposition factors such as your Q angle. Those are a lot of the things that we will be going over in the lab itself. So one of the two protocols that we will be doing in lab will be a mix of qualices and plates. So it's called the depth drop, which just means that all of the subjects that we will be choosing are gonna be dropping from one of the box jumps that we have in 217. And they're gonna be doing this in 3 separate conditions. One of them is a condition just as it is, so without telling the subject any type of cue in shape or form, just telling them to basically drop from the box and do it as they do. The second one is going to be a slightly coached trial in which the subject will be told to land softly and quietly on the ground. And the third one is going to be overly coached. So apart from the soft and quiet landing, there's going to be some cues regarding just overall body position, like the goal and what to do, etc. The theory that we're trying to test is by giving those cues, so coaching the position overly, we're going to be able to reduce some parameters that would otherwise be associated with knee injuries. The way that we're going to set up the subjects is across all sections, I'm going to try to gather as much data as I can. Ideally, same amount of female data, same amount of male data, as this lab specifically focuses on trying to differentiate the risk between males and females in ACL tears. So we're gonna choose however many subjects we can from one section to the other, to the point that we have equal amounts of male subjects and female subjects. And all of those will be provided with the same motion capture beads. We're gonna do 7 of them in total. 2 of them will be on their lateral malleoli, so their lateral ankle. Then it would be on their lateral knee, both knees, and then on their lateral hip joint line. At the end, we will also add a center of mass band per each subject that is going through qualices. And I'm gonna do the qualices calibration in the same exact way that I've done in the past, so I want you guys to include that in your lab reports in terms of the calibration process and whatnot. As the subjects are getting ready to jump, they're gonna be told to do a short warm-up drill that you guys are seeing as I speak right now. It's basically the same type of mechanic as a depth drop, but you're just doing it body weight from no height at all. You're just getting ready to basically absorb the motion of just a depth drop impact. As the subjects do that and they're dressed with the proper beads, one at a time they're gonna go over in qualices and go over the 3 different conditions that I just listed. After one is done, they're gonna pass the center of mass band to the next one and then just move along. And that's gonna be the first part of the protocol. The second part of the protocol will just be taking the Q angle of each subject. It's not an overly complicated process. You have to look for their tibial tuberosity, their greater trochanter, and finally sort of align it with the rest of the leg. You guys are seeing the videos, I'm explaining it right now at the same time. All of the subjects that we have decided for this class are also gonna go over this, and we're likely gonna do all the parts at the same time as everybody else is getting their measurements from the jump specifically. Once the part in lab will be done, my job is to get the data for you as quick as I can. The measurements that we're gonna obtain are the Q angle, the force at impact, which is what the force plates are for, and then frontal plane movement, which is just the amount to which your knees are basically gonna be caving in during a jump if there is any caving in motion, and I'm going to obtain that from Qualisys. The second thing that I'm going to obtain from Qualisys is your recovery angle, so just the angle at which you're bending your knees during your recovery landing. After obtaining all the data that we need from the two protocols, I'm also going to ask all the subjects to go ahead and weight themselves, as we're going to be adding their weight and their standard deviation associated with that weight from all the subjects that we have across all sections. And that's all that there is for this lab specifically. Again, if you have questions, please reach out to me. Otherwise, I will see you guys on Monday or Wednesday.